Welcome back to Random Cinema Summary. Today I will show you an action, mystery, drama film from 2018, titled Inuyashiki. Watch out and take care. A family comes on the scene at the start of the movie Inuyashiki. And their guardian Ichiro is seen who had built this house with all his struggles. But Ichiro's family takes his struggles worthless. They think about Ichiro as a useless and a stupid person. Even though Ichiro used to struggle hard for the whole day for them. But they were not habitual to respect or value Ichiro. Ichiro's kids used to feel embarrassment, accepting him their father. They had thought that Ichiro did nothing throughout his life. Nor he has built anything. And their no wish was being fulfilled because of him. As a result, Ichiro was so coward. But his family was not understanding this. That Ichiro has grown old and his working age is over now. It is not his responsibility to do a job but of his kids. But Ichiro's kids were not understanding their responsibilities. And they used to put all allegation on his father. In spite of these difficulties, Ichiro used to work hard. And Ichiro was lonesome in spite of the presence of his family. And he was so straightforward man, so no employee in office used to respect him. Nor Ichiro had any friend. Because of this situation, Ichiro's condition is gone worst. When he goes to the doctor for checkup, then doctor tells him that he is suffering from cancer. And he will die soon. Now Ichiro tries to tell this fact to his family. But his family overlooks this news. And his all family members were engaged in the pursuit of their lives. Meanwhile, Ichiro gets bliss, and it is the bliss of dog as he finds a dog. And that dog was so faithful with Ichiro. When Ichiro's wife gets to know about this dog, then Ichiro's wife asks him to get this dog out of the house. But Ichiro's dog does not leave him. Now Ichiro asks that dog again and again to go far from him. But that dog does not go anywhere. Now Ichiro brings that dog in a park to keep it far from him. And Ichiro glimpses a very weird spaceship there. That spaceship falls on them before Ichiro understood anything. At the same time, Ichiro is died. After this, a flashback scene is seen in the mind of Ichiro. At the first sight, Ichiro is revived. And he returns to his home, taking that dog. Now he was taking everything so strange after coming to the house. He was performing that duty for which he was considered unfit. And he feels a mysterious strength in his body. Meantime, he begins to glimpse his one of the hands. At the same time, their one fingernail is uncovered. Then 2 pins of USB are seen there. His whole face is opened as he touches on his throat. At the first sight, his both arms are also opened. Now he understands the whole fact here. It means that he had faced it because of that crash-landing alien force. Now he had turned into a machine with a human face. And a teenager boy named Hiro with him who was also present at that time in the park. He is also turned into a machine like Ichiro. But Hiro soon understands this technological power. And he becomes too skilled in it soon. Even he becomes a great controller of his powers. Hiro could also fire through his finger. And he could also control any electric device perfectly. Now he also reveals about his powers to his friend. Hiro was a lonesome boy if he is mentioned here. He had only his mother in his family. His father had gone to anyone else in lust of wealth. It was the cause that Hiro always wanted to see his mother happy forever. But Hiro's financial condition was so poor. He was so poor. He cannot do anything in spite of his will. He used to drown into grief in this sad thought. Hiro used to feel aggressive when he ever looked a happy family. He used to feel envy for this. Contrarily, Ichiro is seen, who had also known about his superpowers. He notices that he heals a pigeon with no time. In the meantime, Ichiro hears a crying sound. Chasing that sound, Ichiro reaches a hospital. He witnesses that lady's son is nearly to lose his life. At the same time, Ichiro recovers her son, using his power. And that lady's son is completely recovered. Now Ichiro thinks that he will surely use this superpower. And he will help others. On the opposite side, Hiro is seen. Who thinks that he will use his powers to irritate the people. It is seen that he teases some of the boys in the college. His friends also begin to feel terror from him while observing this. Now he had started to think about himself as a king because of these abilities. Now he also thinks all as how many people will be revenged by him. First of all, he moves to his father. Coming there, he begins to kill his father's family. But he avoids killing because of unknown cause. And he stops, then he begins to return to his home back. Then he hears a laughing sound of a family on the way. Then Hiro loses his temper. He kills all members of that family. This news is spread soon. and the way through which that family had been killed. Now Hiro's friend understands that it has been committed by Hiro, because no one could commit it as such except him. Due to this cause, Hiro's friend breaks up his childhood friendship. Now Hiro had left alone because of this loss. On the other side, Ichiro was also so upset because of this, and he was not performing his duty properly in his office due to these troubles. And he pleads to his boss to maintain his job. Afterwards, Ichiro returns back to his home. His wife tells him as he reaches at home, that his son is not willing to go to college now. And his daughter also wants to migrate from the college. The most shocking fact that Ichiro knows here, that his wife is in relation with any other man. Poor Ichiro does not utter any word to anyone here. Contrarily, he says that everyone has right to lead his own life. A man can lead his life what he likes. After this, he says to his son, don't be afraid from others. And he also advises his daughter, you can build your career in the subject arts. In spite of the fulfillment of the family members' wishes, they find fault in Ichiro. Now Ichiro sits in a corner after being dejected. At the same time, he hears the weeping sound of a man. It was the crying sound of Hiro's friend, who was so worried because of Hiro's mistakes, because his friend was walking on the wrong path of life. Now Ichiro wanted to reach there immediately. Now his robotic wings are appeared in this haste. Now he quickly reaches Hiro's friend while flying. When he reaches there, then Hiro's friend reveals to him the whole truth. He says, it is you who can stop him. But Ichiro had no fighting skill. Now Hiro's friend helps him in this matter. Then he drinks the saltish water here. But his robotic alien machine does not accept this change, and it ejects that water out instantly. It means, this machine becomes out of order because of saltish water. On the other hand, police had also arrived to Hiro, because they had known that Hiro is responsible behind the murder of that family. Now they all begin to seize Hiro. But Hiro does not hear the warning of anyone, and he begins to shoot everyone there. And he escapes from there. After this, he goes to his friend. Now Hiro had known everywhere. He is most wanted. Now all sail for Hiro's mother because of him. Due to this, he becomes so grieved and she commits suicide. Hiro is gone mad in anger when he knows this reality. Now he victimizes everyone who had gone against him. He hacks their devices. And he starts to kill everyone. But Ichiro had known that Hiro is behind all these bad activities. And he advises his family members to keep themselves away from all electric devices. But no member of his family had never taken his advice seriously. On the other side, Hiro is planning to kill the people, using another way. Meanwhile, his friend comes there who knows about this, that Hiro is behind this game. In spite of this, she helps Hiro. She was sure on this that Hiro will soon mend it. And everything will come on its normal routine as before. Now Hiro also gets sentimental. So he decides this, that he will not kill anyone exactly after this day. At the same time, police approach there and they begin to fire at Hiro. Now Hiro was not worried about himself here, because he could get no harm. Above all, he was most worried about his friend, because she may lose her life, receiving a gunshot. Hiro tries his best to rescue his friend, but she receives gunshots. And she meets her end. Now he is flown into rage here. He decides that he will destroy the whole world. And he hacks all the presented screens of computer, mobiles and buildings' walls. In this way, he starts to kill all. There is great turmoil in the whole city due to this. And the people begin to run here and there in tension. Contrarily, the survivors were taking all facts as a fun. Ichiro's kids were also among them. Now Ichiro also hacks all screens with the help of Hiro's friend. And he conveys message to all, keep away from all your electric devices. Now all keep their electric devices away from them. Doing so, the death rate of the people was reducing. Now Hiro also begins to use his weapons. He begins to fire the missiles on all buildings of the city. Witnessing all, Ichiro moves to Hiro. He begins to fight with him. A great fight starts between them. But Hiro tries to push a pilot of a helicopter down while flying. But Ichiro rescues the pilot. Ichiro again begins to run from Hiro, because he was not so powerful like Hiro. Now Ichiro makes Hiro drink the saltish water after entrapping him, because Hiro's robotic body was at the high technological level. So saltish water does not affect soon. So Ichiro takes Hiro far from Earth to the space. Now saltish water begins to affect Hiro. As Hiro loses his power, Ichiro attacks him with his full power. Later, he moves to his daughter. And he saves her life, giving her electric shock with his power. and Hiro is again reached there and he beats Ichiro violently at this time. Ichiro's condition begins to worsen as Hiro beats him badly. After this, Hiro makes his next victim to his daughter. And he begins to fall Ichiro's daughter from the building. Where Ichiro asks forgiveness from him only for the life of his daughter. And he requests him leave his daughter. In spite of this, Hiro falls his daughter down. The mysterious powers begin to generate in Ichiro as Hiro does so, and he kills Hiro with his full power. He protects his daughter later. After this, the peace creates again throughout the city. And Ichiro's all family members begin to respect him in his home. In the last short clip of movie, it is shown that Hiro is still alive. After this, the film completes on this scene. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.